Patty Christensen, hand CRPS lady. So when I come back up here from St. George, one of the first things that I do is I fix all the technology. My husband is older and does not know what's going on, messes things up, whatever. But anyway, this one actually, I don't think it was his fault. I was having all this trouble with our fancy schmancy television. It would not connect wirelessly to the internet. And so I was like, all right, fine. I have everybody's address hard in my system, so I know exactly what its exact IP address is. So I put that in, the network, all the info that it needed, and it clicked and it got it for maybe 2 or 3 seconds, and then it stopped again. And I was like, what in the world, right? And so I'm like, okay, clearly there's a problem. And I repeated it 60 gazillion different ways. That wasn't working. And then I had it turn my cell phone on as a hotspot. And it connected to that. But then again, that's right by it. Anyway, but every time I would go to connect, it would say, are you doing wireless or wired? And so I was like, So my house has, it's all one level. So I have repeaters in here. I call them spiders because of what they look like. If you look up there, I think they kind of look like this creepy spider guy. And you're like, well, why is that up on top of your TV, Patty? Was it always there? No, it was actually way over here, just for repeating purposes. So I hooked a 50-foot cable to it before I went to the effort of moving it, and hooked to the TV via cable, and everything worked perfectly. So I was like, okay, so that's the problem. The problem just is that this fancy schmancy new TV, there's something wrong with it connecting wirelessly. So I brought over my spider, but also attached to it is my NAS. So I had brought both of those over, and luckily this is just sitting there. So I could, kind of pull it up a little bit and feed things through the back. But then, of course, I've got to get behind this huge honking TV without knocking it down. And then I've got to feed through that little teeny hole, again, without knocking things down. Remember, what do I have? What am I known as? I am the hand CRPS lady. So I had to do all of that with my bad hands. There may or may not have been a lot of profanity, and obviously I don't video anything where there's a chance for that because, I don't want to get strikes against me, whatever. But I was able to do it. And it also meant climbing up and down ladders, which makes me nervous. But anyway, I was able to do it. And now the TV is, as far as it's concerned, it's hardwired. So we won't have any other problems. He can now, watch all of his shows from the comfort of his lazy boy without any problems.